Show. Of course, I'm here with Steve Williams. I'm here with Bobby Bliatu every week. Like every Thursday, we try to come at you. That way, try to get you the most potent information, the most correct information. That way, you guys, especially during this voting season, because November 3rd is the presidential election here at the end here. So, first of all, I want you guys to understand who is still registered to vote. What states are still out there where you can register to vote. I want you to watch this quick video, and then we'll talk about it real quick on the other side, okay?
The 13 states where, unfortunately, if you have not registered already, you're out of luck. That includes the battleground states of Ohio, Georgia, Texas, and Florida, which had their registration deadlines this week. In Florida, as we reported earlier this week, the deadline was extended an extra day after the voter registration website crashed on the last day due to high traffic. And that's an important reminder in the 7 states that have deadlines coming up in the next week to not wait until the last day if you want to register to vote. The deadlines in New York and Oklahoma are tomorrow. Delaware is Saturday, and voter registration ends next week in Virginia, West Virginia, Kansas, and New Jersey. For the 21 states and D.C. on this list, you can register as late as Election Day to vote. That includes the key swing states of Michigan, Wisconsin, and Iowa. Be sure to visit your individual state's voter registration page if you have any more questions about your state's process and deadlines.
Information is important. So, of course, understanding which state of of course you know what state you live in and the jurisdictions that you live in, the counties that you live in, the cities that you live in, know where to vote, how to vote, when you can vote, when's the deadlines to your voting. All this stuff is important. Real quick, I don't know, did you want to add something onto this video?
No, I mean, that very first part, you got to be registered to vote.
That's right.
So if you don't know, you can always check. We're going to go over some of that stuff there. Yep. But once you're registered to vote, you can vote.
Vote's important. Check the second video. It gets more into detail about voting, how to vote, and where to vote. Take a look.
Exactly 6 weeks away, or 42 days from the presidential election. And to get you ready for Election Day, November 3rd, today is National Voter Registration Day. To kick things off, Golden One Center was busy this morning. Today's nonpartisan event was a way for election officials from multiple counties to come together for a common goal: get out and vote. For the first time ever, Golden One Center will transform into a polling center to accommodate social distancing and voting during the pandemic. It'll be open for 11 days leading up to November 3rd. Golden One Center was the first professional sports venue in the state to announce plans to serve as a voting location. It is one of more than 20 NBA facilities being used this year in the voting process, all for the first time ever. So, do you know if you are registered to vote? You're not sure? Well, there is an easy 5-step process that will take you 10 minutes. You can go to registertovote.ca.gov. You'll have to enter your name, driver's license number, last 4 of your social, and date of birth. Then the system will tell you if you're registered or not. And if you aren't registered to vote, you can sign up on the same website, registertovote.ca.gov. Or even Facebook has a voting center with a link to register. The deadline to register to vote online or by mail is October 19th. Some vote centers start opening October 24th. And Election Day, the last day to vote, November 3rd.
So that gives you, it's a little bit more pinpointed. And of course, if you can, let's put the last image up really quick. If you can see this image here, not that one, that's the vote.org. Actually, that's a good one, but go to the vote.org. That's a good website to go to, by the way. These are actually, so any of you that are watching right now, these are specific states and their deadlines. So if you guys, of course, you guys can push pause, look at that, look at your local state. That way you know where you guys are at. You can go back to that vote.org. If you go right back to that, there it is right there, that vote.org. Go to that. That is a really good place to register to vote, to see if you're registered to vote. And that's anywhere in the country. So everyone reports to this vote.org. It's just, I don't know if this is a government site.
Actually, I don't know if it's a government site.
It's a very, very good one.
Probably a nonprofit that's putting it together.
It's a
to grab all the data from all these different counties and do stuff like that.
Very good site.
Right.
Very good site. It tells you like who your representative is, what in your little district, what propositions are in your district. And then real quick, I want to put this up here. I don't know, every state, I've lived in about 11 different states, and all of them look like this. They kind of, you get this
give you
pamphlet,
a pamphlet, yeah,
where it's, it just won't say if you live in Ohio or whatever, it'll just say Ohio general election, but it'll have all the information that is important or potent to your area, like all the propositions, all the what's up in your voting area, and what's important to that. And then here in Fresno, we get this. If you guys are not aware, and then I think when I was in Georgia, we got this, and when I was in Florida, we got something like this, which is it's kind of like a breakdown of your voter information. So it'll have like for me in my area, where to vote, how to vote, what the official mail, about what we've been talking about all day
Right.
about the official mail,
Where they are, the locations of
the
those
locations
things.
of that and all that. And then you get one of these, bam, ballots. And this will come in the mail, and then this will have all the information for the area that you're registered to vote in. So remember, your area may be different, right? What's the maybe you have a road tax that's in your school tax, like we have this Yes A that's big
Clovis
here
Unified,
here
yeah.
in Clovis Unified School District about school funding. So, and where that funding's coming from. So yours is going to be a little bit different, right? Whatever you have, maybe you got a road tax that may be introduced in your local area. So these things are important. Every single area is different. There are different types of voting propositions that are out there. So just make sure you guys, stay tuned to that stuff and watch that stuff. Like on the bottom here in our little ticker that isn't moving no more. There it is. It's moving now. Registered. It's actually register, register, to vote.ca.gov. So, and just make sure you guys go there and vote.org. So.
Right, yeah. Register, do your voting, check your propositions, and check your ballots out there. If you're going to give it to somebody else, in California, we allow that. You can give it to someone else to turn it in for you. You just have to document it on the envelope itself. Remember that. So there will be a place for them to sign on the back of that envelope, on the seal, and all that instruction is in those are in those pamphlets. And there's absentee ballot boxes where you can place stuff into. Just get it. Make sure you take care of your stuff. Get your vote in. Push it through and do it as early as possible.
And today's what? We're on October 15th,
Yeah.
and I understand. I know I get people all the time. I had somebody yesterday say, "Man, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to vote. I don't know where to vote. What do I do?" And she was, freaking out. So look, just check. We just showed you the deadlines on some of those states. If your state is still open and still allows you to register to vote, do so. And here's another thing. Even if you're not registered to vote and it's too late now for November 3rd, you could still register to vote for future elections. So just because it's too late for your particular state is too late. I think I did that one time. I think I was in Nevada where I did it too late. And it was like, well, oh my goodness, but it actually allowed me to register to vote for the next term. And then when it came up again, I was already registered. So just don't give up on that process. Just do it. And while you're remembering it, make sure you tune into it because this stuff's important. This stuff's important. In the long run, it's very, very, very important. So. All right. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the Steve and Bobby Show as usual here at the Mad Talk TV studios in Fresno, California. Make sure you tune into some of the shows that are here every week. And me and Bobby, we this is the stuff we love. This is politics. This is stuff we get into the nuts and bolts in. So if you guys want to ask any questions or anything, of course you can put them in the comments. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the Steve and Bobby Show. See you guys next week.